Hey everyone, it's Jen. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is a video for hashtag satmornmakes, and instead of my normal paper crafting, I thought I would show a quilt that I just recently finished. If you subscribe to my channel or watch me, I've been talking about this quilt for quite a while now. I started making it in 2020, and it was a block of the month by Calico Patch Designs. It's called Gingerbread Stitches, and it was a kit. So each month for 6 months, I got a part of the quilt. 4 months were the different houses. 1 month was the sashing in the middle and the center. And the last month was the borders and the finishing kit. So I started out keeping up pretty well with it every month, but then, things came up and some things were taking longer than expected. So I kind of put it away and then worked on it when I could. And it was a very challenging project. So I will show you it kind of in detail in case you're interested. So it started out with this block. And this one, oh, it's beautiful, as you can see. It's all wool, and it came with the different pieces of felt, big squares of fabric, and the patterns. So I cut them down, added some fusible web, ironed them onto the background flannel, and then of course did all the decorative stitching. And all the stitching is hand done, and there are different embroidery stitches. Some of them I knew how to do already, a few of them I did not. So it was very helpful. There was a Facebook group to help the people who were working on this block of the month, and also Vicky, who is the owner of Calico Patch Designs and the designer of this quilt. She would make some videos to show exactly how to do some certain parts. But it took a while, but it was really fun to do because I love to do applique and embroidery. And as you can see, there are little seed beads here that I sewed on individually. There are little buttons, different shaped buttons, gingerbread man and peppermint and hearts and things. So those were sewn on too. So yeah, the first month I did this block, and I really do love it. I think it came out so cute. This was the second month. This one was a little bit harder because, well, these are big blocks. They're about 18 inches across. So to do the patterns, it was kind of difficult to do. I'm not sure if most of you do sewing or applique, but this stitching here was pretty involved, but I think it came out really nice, and I think it really looks spectacular. Not to toot my own horn, but I think it came out beautifully. So, I knew that this would be a heirloom quilt when I was done with it. So I really took my time and did it as well as I could. There are a few little mistakes within the quilt, but that's fine with me because I think that adds to the handmade nature of the quilt and, hand sewn look. I didn't want to do anything machine sewn on the stitching just because, I thought it looked better, and I just wanted to do it by hand. So that was the second one. The third block is this one. Let me just bend down. And this one I thought was really adorable too. This one has a few different kinds of stitching as well. I love that wreath there. Yeah, and there's blanket stitching all around, like the outer part of the houses, and the windows are trimmed with a chain stitch, which I think is really pretty. I just think this is such a beautifully designed quilt, and normally I don't do quilt kits. I like to buy quilt patterns and then use my own fabric to make them, but for this one I didn't have a lot of wool in my fabric stash or flannel. So I knew if I did the kit, I would have the perfect amount of wool and the right colors, and it would just be less of a headache for me. And since I was doing, all hand stitching and everything, I didn't want to have to go through the trouble of, finding exactly each piece of felt that I needed and so forth. So the quilt worked out well. And then the embellishments were a separate purchase, so I did those as well. because I wanted those to go perfectly with the houses, and I think they do look really nice. Let me show you the fourth one. This is on the wall in my craft room right now, but at Christmas time, I'm going to bring it upstairs and put it somehow on display for other people to see too. But right now, it's right next to my desk, which I love. So this is the fourth house, more gingerbread accents. I love this little garland here, and it's got mini gingerbread buttons. So I love this one too. I think this one is really, really cute. And they're all different, as you can see. This scallop was hard to do, but I think it came out pretty good. And not perfect. Like I said, I like when it's not perfect. So that's the fourth one. And then for the sashing is the like thinner pieces in between the 4 blocks. It's these pine needles or pine branches, and then berries that are stitched with a little seed bead on the center of each one. And all of this floss here is wool floss, which I'd have never used that before either, just on this part. So I had to buy a few extra skeins of that, or, skeins of that, but I think it came out really nice, and it's nice and thick, which you can see there. And I did hand quilting on this whole quilt because I was thinking of doing machine quilting, my own sewing machine, which I usually do for my quilts, but this quilt was so thick between all the flannel and wool. It just wasn't going correctly in my regular sewing machine. It kept bunching up, so I just decided to do it all by hand. So I just used regular cotton thread for the quilting, as you can see there. I just kind of wanted it to blend into the background because I wanted the embroidery stitches to show up. And you could see that on the houses too. Like on the side of this house, there was some hand stitching, and I just went around the house. I was going to do some stitching on the background, and I started doing it, but I didn't really like how it looked. So I think it's okay if it doesn't have quilting there. So yeah, I just left that off. And then the center is an applique poinsettia, which I think is just gorgeous. And it's got leaves that extend into the sashing. So pretty. And this feels so nice and soft, and wool and, flannel. Because of the wool and flannel and embellishments, of course, I can't wash it. So this won't be a quilt that we'll use, but anyway, it's just for display. For the border strips, there are 2 gingerbread men on each one, and they're so cute, right? And there's one of my cat hairs on there. These things get a lot of lint and hair on them, but I did take a lint roller brush to it before I hung it up. But anyway, and then the center of each border strip has this holly sprig with the 3 leaves and then the berries, and then it has the branches coming out from the center on each one. And then each corner has a pinwheel block that's also hand quilted. And like you can see, it's not perfect there in the center, but that is okay with me. And for the binding, I used also some wool that came in the quilt kit, which it was perfect. And luckily I was able to machine sew this down, but then I hand stitched it to the back of the quilt. For the backing fabric, I used this fabric that I've been saving for a long time. It's from Honey and Me, and it's got little stockings with a gingerbread man and a candy cane popping at the top and little X's. So I knew that I would use this for a special project, and this is it. Yes, it's the back and you can't really see it, but if you take a look thoroughly at this quilt, you'll see it, and I think it just goes perfectly. If you're interested in this fabric, it's an older one. It's from 2005 from Honey and Me, and it's by Lisa Liffick Designs. You might be able to find this still somewhere on the internet. It's not in print anymore, but it might still be available. So I do have some left, which is nice. So that's the fabric I used for the backing. Let me show you the label that I made. And for my labels, the way I make them is I print them out, and then lay my fabric over it on a light board, and then trace what I printed out with a blue water soluble pen, and then I stitch it with embroidery floss, and then just wash the piece of fabric and the blue ink goes away. So it says Gingerbread Stitches, the name of the quilt, for our family with love, Jennifer Levy, 2022. And that's when I finished it. Like I said, it was a block of the month in 2020, but it took me a while, and that is okay because I didn't have a deadline, and I really wanted to enjoy everything that I did for this quilt because I anticipate that this will hopefully stay in our family. Actually, I told my husband, if you ever sell this quilt when I die, I'm going to haunt you. So so hopefully it stays in the family. But I think it's beautiful. It's about 52 inches square. Like I said, the house blocks are 18 inches each. And it was a labor of love for sure. I love to embroider, I love to applique, but I've never done a project on this scale. And I couldn't be happier with the way it turned out. I'll probably wait a while to do something this big again, but maybe I'll just do some regular cotton quilting. But I wanted to show you what it looked like. And if you are interested in this pattern, it is still available on the Calico Patch Designs website. I'll link it down below. You could still order patterns and kits to make it. The patterns now, the digital download, they're $10 each for each section, for the 6 different sections. When I first joined this group, they were a free download for the month. Typically, that's what a lot of quilt companies or pattern companies will do, when they're doing a block of the month. But then after it's finished, it goes, they charge after that, which I understand. So yeah, the patterns are still available. I still have my folder of all the different patterns that I got, and that's what it looks like. Gingerbread Stitches, 6-month block of the month from Calico Patch Designs. And let's see if I have anything else that I wanted to share with you about this. Yeah, I guess that's it. I did learn a lot while I was working on this quilt. I learned a bunch of new embroidery stitches. I learned how to hand quilt a quilt. I don't think I've ever hand quilted a whole quilt before. Sometimes I've done just the borders, but this time I did the whole thing, and that was fun. It's really relaxing if you enjoy that kind of thing to do, while you're sitting on the couch and hanging out with your family, but still being crafty. So that's what I definitely enjoyed about this quilt. And I'm in love with gingerbread men, which I know a lot of you guys are too. Gingerbread men, gingerbread houses, Christmas decorations, homespun, cozy things. So this definitely fits the bill for that. So that's it. I just wanted to finally share this with you guys. I've been threatening to do that for a while, so here we are. If you have any questions about it, please let me know. I will link the website down below where you can find this, just in case you are interested. And yeah, thanks for joining me. I'll be back soon with more crafty videos, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye.